Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Damn, 2 uploads in one day, bro. Imagine. Definitely can't relate. Anyway. anyway. This will be what if Kaguya raised Naruto. So how this is gonna happen is when they sealed Kaguya away, we're gonna say the seal weakened over time. And Kaguya was able to peer into, onto Earth, basically. Not like appear, but like she's able to see things that were going on Earth, like the changes and stuff. And she noticed like Asura's Injust chakra was like just roaming around, possessing Uchihas and other people, and they fought each other almost to death most of the time. And at the point where the seal got weak enough for her to escape, it was right around when the Nine Tails attack happened. And she saw what Minato had to do to, because at this point in time, she was like just judging them, basically, like seeing if what she did a long time ago would be forgiven, basically, or she could forgive them for doing and stuff like that. So what she did was, like when by the time the Nine Tails was like fully at large, when we're gonna say like during the Nine Tails attack, the seal was weak enough for her to get out. The only problem was the seal was weakening, but it wasn't weak enough for her to like get there quick enough to save Minato or Kushina. So what happened. And like after that, we're gonna say she got there. And when she did get there, she basically, like the third Hokage was there and he was like, who are you? Like he was basically asking her questions. And Kaguya was just standing over the child and she was like, I'm going to be his, how you say, mother, I guess. I'm saying that, but she already knows what a mother is. She was like, I'm his guardian. And we're gonna say before, Minato and Kushina actually died, Minato, sensing the good in her, entrusted Naruto to her. And Kushina died shortly thereafter, but she basically gave the third the okay. Now, given the fact that Kaguya is literally a god, she could have just not brought them back to life, but healed them so they wouldn't die. But, Minato already entrusted and Kushina wanted to go with Minato. So she basically just accepted it. She actually came down there to, get the Nine Tails, but, seeing what happened, she was like, maybe maybe I should just take care of the boy, because he technically is my child, because it's my son's chakras in him. And so Naruto's growing up, and well, he's still a baby, but the Nine Tails, we're gonna say Minato was a lot weaker. Like during his fight with Obito, the fight was over quicker. But the only downside was that Minato lost a whole lot more chakra than he did in canon. So the seal's a lot weaker. So when Naruto was a baby, like he was going in and out of the tail beast cloak. So Kaguya decided to, peer inside of there and basically tell the Nine Tails like, yo, what's going on? And him sensing the overwhelming amount of chakra coming from her, he's like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't want this smoke. I'm gonna need you to leave the premises. So, Kaguya basically explains what happened and explains who did what to him and stuff like that. So now the Nine Tails is like, oh, well, since like basically she explained her position and what she basically played a role in. And the Nine Tails is like, since, well, you turned over a new leaf, I guess, I can relax, a little bit. Give the kids some space. And we're going to say time skip. That was like when Naruto was still a baby. This is like, I'm going to say like 2, maybe 3 months after Naruto was born. So 2 months passed. No, not 2 months. 4 years passed. Like, this is when Naruto was painting the stone faces. But instead of, because at this point, no, he wasn't painting his stone faces. At this point, Naruto was literally like the best ninja in the Leaf Village. Because Kaguya and Naruto would go through vigorous amounts of training. And Naruto, not like, she didn't teach him any jutsus. Naruto doesn't know any jutsus. Naruto specifically knows how to manipulate chakra. Like, he can make his chakra anything into anything he pleases. So Naruto doesn't have like Naruto doesn't like he still has his nature releases and stuff like that. And Kaguya gave him some more things that I'm not gonna mention right now. You're gonna find out later, but just know Naruto in this one is gonna be fairly overpowered. Anyway, so Naruto basically Naruto like was walking around, and people call Kaguya the white ghost of the leaf because of the fact that she's always looming around Naruto, and every time someone try to talk to her, she basically just vanishes, and the only person that can talk to her is Naruto and the third Hokage, and that's literally it. Danzo tried to tell her to come join the Anbu and almost got himself killed, but we don't talk about that. Danzo be like, join the Anbu. Kaguya like, how about I just end your existence? That work for you? You can just go and die. You just drop dead in front of me and my child. You just die. And at this point, Kaguya informed Naruto that she's not his actual mother, but his mother and father entrusted him to her. And Naruto's accepted this. And Naruto, knowing that he's basically their superior to any Jonin at this point, besides, I'm going to say Kakashi and Guy and the third and Jiraiya and Tsunade, he's still extremely strong, but he's not up there yet, because he hasn't unlocked any abilities that Kaguya gave him. So, Naruto's walking around, and, Kaguya's looming behind him, kind of like in the picture. Yes, my editing is just disgusting. Leave me alone. Anyway, so Kaguya's like walking behind him, and Naruto at this point in time, he's like, he doesn't want, like, he still gets called the Nine Tails and stuff like that, and Kaguya keeps bringing this to the third Hokage's attention, and one time, I'm gonna say Kaguya almost, turned someone literally inside out, and the Hokage made a point not to call Naruto the Nine Tails. But people still do it anyway, and Kaguya just noticed, like, that's how humans are. Like, humans are gonna be humans. Thankfully, Naruto doesn't use just the Nine Tails power. Because at this point in time, Naruto and the Nine Tails are best buddies. Like, if Naruto wanted to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village, and Kaguya said okay, the Nine Tails would be all for it. Just immediately. And since Danzo almost died, I'm gonna say the Uchiha massacre happened a little bit later, just because of the fact that Danzo was more interested in, well, the clan head leaders were more interested in Kaguya, because not only did she have the Byakugan, but she wasn't from the Hyuga clan. Like, she was just there, and some reports show her having the Sharingan and stuff like that. So people, like, they were just suspicious of her, thinking that she was running around stealing people's eyes and stuff. And Danzo kind of got in the cold sweat, like, hey, what would y'all do if, like, someone just stole some people's eyes and y'all found out? And Kaguya was there, and Kaguya was like, oh, well, I would probably turn them inside out. Basically killing them. And Danzo kind of go, because, like, everybody, like, obviously no one in that village is stronger than Kaguya. No one in this entire fucking plane of existence besides, I'm gonna say, Momoshiki, all of them, but that's fucking decades ahead. Anyway, so Naruto at this point, Naruto doesn't have friends. Like, he still protected Hinata, but at this one, like, he still protected Hinata, but no one really knows, like, where Naruto lives, what he does, like, in his pastime. All they know is that he just randomly appears in the village. And Naruto doesn't know Body Flicker. He's just insanely fast. He doesn't know Body Flicker, the Flying Raijin. Like I said, he doesn't know any jutsus or any seals and stuff like that. He can manipulate his chakra, and his physical strength is insane. So, I want to say it was one day, Kaguya was talking to Lord Third, and Naruto walked in there, and Kaguya told Naruto, to just go home, and he went home, and on his way home, a Jonin decided to try to get buck with Naruto and threw something at him, and Naruto was like, I'm about so sick and tired of y'all calling me the Nine Tails. The only reason that's stopping me from destroying this entire village is my mother, right? And they was like, oh, the ghost of the Hidden Leaf Village, because they know that that's Naruto's adopted, like, mother, but they just call it the ghost of the Hidden Leaf Village. And Naruto visibly gets upset by this, and he's like, it's okay when you talk about me, but the minute you decide that you're going to talk about my mom, and he literally just blitzes in front of him and like, I'm going to stab you now. Like, this is enough. And he kind of like manipulates his chakra into like basically like a chakra scalpel, and he just goes straight through the Jonin. And everyone sees this, and you're like, wait, no, stop it. And Kaguya senses the Jonin die, and Naruto elevates his chakra. And so she kind of like she kind of gets there. And Naruto's like, he attacked me? And we're going to say Sasuke, because Sasuke kind of has some respect for Naruto. Mind you, the Uchiha Massacre didn't happen at this present moment in time. It's happening later, but not right now. So, like, Sasuke was like, yeah, dude, do something at Naruto. And Naruto turns around and is like, so wait, how do you know my name? Better yet, why are you sticking up for me? And Kaguya was like, in her head, like, that's my other one, isn't it? And Naruto, like, Sasuke was like, well, I was, just finna, like, cause he just starts tripping over his words, cause he don't know what to say. So it's like, bruh, oof. And Naruto, like, Itachi appears and was like, come on, Sasuke, you gotta go home. And Itachi already knows about Kaguya because of Shisui, because Shisui's in the Anbu, and he was one of the people tasked with watching her. Shisui got caught, but she didn't kill him. That, like, Shisui basically told Itachi, it was one day I was watching her, and we made complete eye contact. I blinked, and she was in front of my face. And she was not happy. So, Naruto and Kaguya kind of like ghost like this. Kaguya and Naruto lives in the Kamui dimension. So that way, Naruto and Kaguya Naruto can't be targeted by anyone. And neither can she. And Itachi basically was like, it's crazy how when they go through that portal, you can no longer sense either of their chakras. And Kaguya tells Naruto, like, I think it's time, you join the academy. And Naruto's like, oh, come on, man. You already taught me most of the stuff they gonna teach me. There's no point to this. And Kaguya was like, you'll do as you're told. And he's like, oh, I guess I have to. And we're gonna say this. This is why Naruto's so obedient. The last time Naruto decided that he was gonna, disobey Kaguya, Naruto did get fed for like a week, and he got trained hard, like very hard. Like, dude was going through some intense training. So At this point in time, since Naruto kind of had resources, aka Kaguya, Naruto's born, like, Naruto's a prodigy. People still refer to him as the Nine Tails and think he'll be nothing but the demon. But deep down inside, certain people have some form of respect for him, like Neji, Neji. Neji. Alright. Neji. So, like, yeah, Neji, Sasuke, Itachi, Shisui, Fugaku, Kiba, Sakura, Choji and Shikamaru, they tried to become friends with Naruto, but Naruto kind of brushed them aside not because of the reasons that you think, because at that time Naruto was kind of going through like a little rough patch because Kaguya wasn't really paying attention to him that much. She was just training him and telling him that was good and just walking off basically after that. And Naruto was kind of like confused, but he didn't really care. And when Kaguya and when Shikamaru and Choji walked up, he kind of just walked away. And yeah. And Kaguya kind of points it out to him, like, there's been a Hyuga chasing you around this entire time. And Naruto was like, yeah, I know. We're going to say this is like one of the little weird nature walks. And that's what Naruto and Kaguya does. Because Kaguya keeps telling Naruto, like, one of these days, you're going to have to fight me. And so is so-and-so. But she doesn't tell who so-and-so is. Because, she doesn't want to disrupt their development or anything. Because she's only here to raise Naruto. Because Sasuke does the family. For now. And we're going to say eventually Danzo gets the word, to massacre the village. Well, it's not massacre the village, but massacre the Uchiha clan. And Kaguya gets word of this. And Madara, like, participates. So instead of like Itachi being the one that actually does it, we're gonna say it was Danzo and his men, and Itachi just so happened to Itachi was fighting them off, and so was Shisui because Shisui didn't die, and since Shisui was not dead, he basically just told Itachi, grab some Uchiha eyes, grab your father's eyes, and, go to Kaguya. And Itachi was like, why? And she was basically like, she's like the strongest person we know of existence, and she's on a nature walk with Naruto, so all you should have to do is, walk out there and elevate your chakra, then lower it drastically. And, he does this, and it gets Naruto's attention, and in return gets Kaguya's attention. And Naruto just turns on. Naruto has his weird chakra mode. He doesn't use the Nine Tails chakra because he doesn't know about the Nine Tails yet. And he kind of turns on like this little weird chakra cloak thing that he learned. And he blitzes toward, what's the name? And Kaguya kind of just like walks through a little dimension rift that she does. And she's there, and she's like, well, what's going on here? And she see the Anbu, and she looks over and was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, are you for real? And Naruto basically grabs a kunai out of his like this little pouch that he carries around. And Naruto's like, I'm really starting to hate the fact that I'm getting watched so much. And he looks over in the bush that Hinata was in, and she kind of just feels terrible now. And she gets mad at Naruto and just like walks away. She gets up and just walks away. Like, she still has that affection for Naruto, but she's slowly losing it. because of the fact that everyone in the village like calls Naruto certain things and fills her head up, and the comment that Naruto just made. But they're still gonna be friends. She's just losing that specific relationship type feel for Naruto. So they're like, Naruto's like, well, I better go get, Sasuke. And Naruto turns the cloak back on and he runs through the Anbu, and the Anbu is like, wait, how was he that fast? And some of the Anbu, like, something on my chest is hot. And when they go to like look down, there's just a big ass gash in their fucking on the sides of them, and they just fall to their deaths. Like they just fall. And Kaguya was like, so what did I miss? And by the time Kaguya gets to the what's the name village, like to the Uchiha compound, they're already dead, and the lower third is already on the case. But since Itachi didn't die, like since Itachi didn't like kill everybody and basically, show what's the name hatred, Naruto was with Sasuke, and Naruto was visibly upset. And then Kaguya looked at Naruto and saw the Nine Tails like slit like eyes, and she basically just like pushes Naruto into a portal, like, y'all can deal with this, right? Yeah, right. And then she jumps in the portal, and then she basically tells Naruto like, you can let it out now. And Naruto just fucking wilds out, and Kaguya kind of like, because this is how Naruto and Kaguya trained after a while. Like, Naruto would get upset, like, not unlock the Nine Tails power, but, just get the eyes, and this is when he unlocks the power, and when he unlocks something else that Kaguya gave him. So, he unlocks the Nine Tails power, and the Nine Tails is like, so this is about damn time. And wait, fuck, did I do something? I think I said something in the beginning. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. If I said that Naruto and the Nine Tails are buddy, they were, but Naruto thought the Nine Tails is just a dream, because Naruto only talked to the Nine Tails and he was passed out or knocked out by Kaguya, or sleeping. So he just thought the Nine Tails was a dream, basically. And Naruto, when he actually realized that the Nine Tails wasn't a dream, this is actually something that's stuck, like, that's inside of him, he gets interested. He starts talking to the Nine Tails, as the Nine Tails has full control over his body. And Kaguya, like, steps in there, like, yo, Naruto. Like, she snaps her fingers, and Naruto's like, yeah. He's like, stop letting the Nine Tails control your body, fam. You gotta take control. And the Naruto looks at the Nine Tails like some butt. The Nine Tails looks like he's having fun. And Kaguya looks at the Nine Tails, and the Nine Tails looks at me, you know what? I think you should take control. And he does. And the state that he's in, he's just using like the two-tailed cloak, so it's not that bad. And he's not in four tails. We're not giving him that. So in the midst of this fight, Naruto, is able not to track, but like he feels a burning sensation in one of his eyes. And in that eye, the Byakugan, like, is there now. And Kaguya smiles and tells Naruto that'll be enough. And Naruto's eye's still burning, so he's wondering, like, what's in my eye. And Kaguya tells him, when you were a baby, your chakra was all out of, like, control and stuff like that. So I gave you some of my chakra, and you grew mutation. She's like, what is it? He was basically like, what is a mutation? She's like, basically, you have all of my abilities. It's just, I put a seal on you, so you'll slowly unlock them. And when Naruto looked in the mirror, because it's still in the Kamui dimension, but they built a small little house. Well, not in the Kamui dimension, in one of Kaguya's dimensions, and they built a small little house. And Naruto looks in the mirror and he sees like his complexion is a lot lighter. And she's like, well, I taught you, most of what I know. Eventually you're going to run into one of my children. Well, yeah, eventually you're going to run into one of my children. And Naruto was like, wait, I have siblings? And she was like, well, technically, yeah. So Kaguya was like, well, I'm going to be heading out. But, I might, pop back up on the earth one day in the near future. So she basically knocks out Naruto and appears in front of Lord Third and was like, she was in tears because she didn't want to leave Naruto, but she didn't want to mess up. She didn't want to like do anything that'll mess with like the balance of the planet, basically. Because she already messed up by giving Naruto some of her chakra and quote-unquote DNA, because that's what happened. So, yeah, Naruto is slowly changing into a Otsutsuki. And Naruto, at this point, like, now Naruto knows how it feels to feel love. So at the same time, like, this all happened within the span of 2 days. So Uchiha clan massacre, what's the name? Danzo got not executed, but he got exiled from the village. Because, no, he didn't get exiled. No. I just lied. So Naruto and Sasuke, Itachi joined. He didn't join the Yambu, but he joined some like a special unit, which means like basically Itachi had to fake his own death, so that way Sasuke can grow up on his own. And since Kaguya left Naruto, and so did Itachi. And, the rest of the Uchiha clan, Naruto and Sasuke bond on a way deeper level than in canon. So, like, Naruto and Sasuke are, like, in the same boat. So, the entrance exams, fuck. So we're gonna say, like, everyone's, like, meeting everybody for, like, the, event, like, to get into the school, and we're gonna say like they get registered and stuff by the third, and Naruto and Sasuke walk to school together. But since they've been through what they've been through, they don't talk to each other, but they talk to each other. Like that's the only person that they mess with in the village, and at this point in time, in order for like Sasuke to get stronger, Itachi put him underneath a genjutsu and like before he died and showed him some weird masked man. We're just gonna say that, and killing the clan. So yeah, that's who his objective is to kill now. And if you're asking, no, Itachi didn't rejoin the Anbu. Itachi joined a specific group. Basically, Itachi's traveling around like how Jiraiya would, but with a squad of like fairly skilled shinobi. And like during the middle of class, Naruto doesn't he kind of goes into his subconscious. And Sasuke sees this because Naruto and Sasuke have been spending a lot of time like training and stuff, and he knows when Naruto goes inside of his subconscious, and he sees somebody like finna play a prank on Naruto, but instead of like telling him not to, he wants them to be an example. And the nine, like he's talking to the Nine Tails about how Kaguya left and stuff like that. And Naruto at this point is like, bro, I'm so like I don't even want to do anything really. And since Naruto killed that Jonin and Kaguya resurrected him, Naruto has way more hate in the village now than he did in canon. So like the teacher openly called him Nine Tails, and Naruto looks up and he's like Naruto looked up and the prank went off, and like I'm gonna say like some water or something splashed on Naruto, and Naruto like, so y'all think this is funny? Like, I didn't ask to be the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. I'm sorry, I didn't ask for the Nine Tails to attack the village. I didn't ask to be him. Like, I didn't ask to get bullied, you know. I didn't ask for a mother to just disappear after the Uchiha massacre. I didn't ask for any of that. I didn't ask to be a fucking orphan. But since y'all want to insist on pissing me off today, we can go. Whoever think they can, you know, beat me, step up so y'all can catch these hands. And Sasuke, he don't step up, but he kind of just starts outright bursting out laughing. And like everybody else start laughing, and Naruto, Sasuke kind of make like, hey, wait, before y'all start laughing with me. I'm not laughing at the fact that he basically just said he'd beat y'all up. I'm laughing at the fact that y'all actually think y'all stand a chance against him. That's the funny thing. Like, did y'all not hear about him killing that Jonin and then like his mother resurrecting him? And we're gonna say Kiba. Kiba's the new scapegoat on this one. Kiba's gonna be the one to get fucked up all the time. Kiba gets up like, so I bet you I can beat you, mean, you know, my pal Akamaru. And Naruto's like, boy, if you don't sit your old big head ass down somewhere, like, dude, the only thing special about you is your dog. And he like Kiba gets up and like Kiba's getting mad, so Naruto kind of releases some of the Nine Tails chakra. And basically, not even the Nine Tails chakra, his own chakra. And because since Kaguya gave him some of her DNA, Naruto was like just over fucking powered at this point. So Naruto kind of just basically he uses like his chakra pressure, his bloodlust and stuff, and just then the dwarf everybody in the classroom. And Naruto was like, now I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing. And teacher, I would love for you not to call me Nine Tails, but keep that in mind the next time y'all do. So that way when I actually lash out and, you know, probably end up blowing up parts of the village, remember, y'all brought that upon yourselves because I wanted to call me Nine Tails. And like Sakura was like, that's rude, not Naruto. You can't go around telling everybody, you know, that you're gonna blow up parts of the village. And Naruto looks at her like, fam, who are you? And Sasuke looks over, and Naruto looks at Sasuke like, so Sasuke, bro, who is this? And Sasuke's like, I don't know, some random, I guess. And she gets upset, and he knocks us in the back. She just starts fucking dying. Naruto looks up at her and was like, oh, so that's... And he points at her, but he doesn't say anything. He's like, so that's the one that was following me. I got it. So Naruto basically walks up there and was like, as like in the middle of like all of that, like everyone's seeing this. Naruto walks up to Hinata and basically holds out his hand like, whoa, yo, I'm Naruto. If you did not know, you probably already knew that, you know, given the fact that I'm not gonna, you know, say it out loud, but you know what I'm talking about, you know. And she gets a little frustrated, and she shakes Naruto's hand and is like, whoa. Naruto said, whoa, what's with the hostility? And she's like, how do you have a Byakugan? And Naruto's like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it, big dog. And he goes and he sits back down. And, like, Sasuke's still laughing because Sakura's like, you don't know me, Sasuke. You know, we sit next to each other and stuff like that. And Naruto listen, oh yeah, speaking of that, I'm finna change seats. And we're gonna say Ino was sitting next to Naruto because she thought Naruto was cute. And Naruto was like, you should move. And Ino was like, I'm not finna move, Naruto. And Sasuke was like, no, you're not finna move, you're going to move. This isn't an option. You don't have one in this situation. And he's like, well, that's too bad, because I'm not. And Naruto grabs her by the head and puts her where she puts her next to Sakura. Like, so there you go. Two of the most useless people in this entire classroom sit right next to each other. Sound about right. And Naruto's like, oh, wait, I forgot. Kiba can't sit right there. And obviously, that was a joke. I don't think Kiba's useless or Ino was useless. Sakura, I think they could have made her character way fucking better instead of having her play with Naruto emotions like that. I low-key think that's why most of the fandom hate her. And I wouldn't blame them because that shit was dirty as fuck. And if y'all think about it, the only time she felt sorry for Naruto and actually started noticing her feelings for Naruto was like when he started to fight Orochimaru and she realized that she's putting Naruto through this shit because she made him make that promise to bring Sasuke back, and Orochimaru was right there. So when he turned into that four-tailed state, oh no, I watched it on YouTube and like, yeah, that kind of made me mad. Like, how you gonna not feel bad for him all them other times, but like now since he's turned into the four-tailed state, what is Naruto? What is Naruto? Why is Naruto doing this? Bitch, shut up. You know what Naruto was. Y'all called him his entire life the Nine-Tailed Fox. Why is he doing this? Gee, I don't know. Maybe it's to get Sasuke back, you fucking idiot, like he promised you. Because you were the girl that he liked. But oh no, wait, no. You blew him off to go chase a dude that literally damn near killed you 3 different fucking times, I think. I don't necessarily remember. And anyway. So, yeah. So Naruto and, not Kakashi. Fuck. Naruto and Sasuke, they're sitting at the desk, and since everything's quieted down, like we're gonna say like the training stuff happens, like when Naruto and Sasuke fought. So instead of Naruto getting challenged, instead of Naruto challenging Sasuke, it was Kiba who challenged Naruto, and Naruto was like, bro, you just, like, why? Like, why would you do this to yourself? And Sasuke just cannot stop laughing, and at this point in time, Hinata, like, just starts dying, and Naruto looks behind him and was like, yo, that death seat's 3. You should move. Like, you 3 should just move. Like, just go sit somewhere else. Like, here, how about this? Y'all 2 sit right here. You sit over there. And they're like, we're not. These are just random kids. And they're like, we're not moving. And Sasuke like, y'all don't have options in this class. And Naruto, uses, he uses his chakras, hands and grab them and push them, sit them down, and he grabbed Hinata and put her in the chair. He was like, there you go. 3 amigos. And, Sasuke was like, oh. So, what's up? I guess if he mess with you, I mess with you. So what's good? What's going on here? You chilling? We good? We straight? All right, bet. So Naruto, Naruto step out, the challenger stuff happens. So Naruto and Kiba are in a circle, of kids or whatever. The instructor says begin, and Kiba rushes in, and Naruto looks at him and was like, bro, this is not gonna work. And Naruto just flips him. Just flips this nigga. Just put him on the shit basically. And walks off. And at this point in time, Hinata's still pretty shy. So when I said she was dying laughing, she was more or less just giggling. But Sasuke is trying to like get her to open up a little bit, so she's starting to laugh just a little bit louder. And Neji walks past, and he sees this, and he's like, interesting indeed. And instead of like Hinata walking home, like instead of Hinata getting walked home by the Hyuga escort that she usually had around, she ditched the Hyuga escort to go with Naruto and Sasuke. And Naruto's like, since y'all have Kekkei Genkai, our eyes, we should all train. Well, me and Sasuke was training, but you should train with us. And Naruto, Hinata's like, Naruto, are you sure? Cause like he has a Sharingan. He was like, and I have 2 Byakugan. Naruto's like, and you have 1 Byakugan. Naruto's like, what point of and don't you understand? Like, please just shut up and fight already. And Hinata was taken aback by this, so she's like, okay, see how it is. And like as they're fighting, Hinata's like showing gradual improvement because she's not fighting another Byakugan user, she's fighting an Uchiha and another Byakugan user. Yeah, but Naruto's going fairly easy, but yeah, anyway. So we're gonna say like 3, maybe 2. We're gonna skip to the ending. Oh shit. Like to where they get like the squads made and stuff. None of the squads have changed. None of the squads changed. Y'all thought I was gonna put Hinata on the team with Naruto and Sasuke. Nah, I'm sorry. OG Yusa's gotta stay on that team. I'm gonna try to make some use out of her in this video, hopefully. Well, in this series, hopefully. But it's kind of hard because if I give her certain abilities, people are gonna be like, she didn't, yeah, I know. But it's hard to make somebody that was not useful at all in the main series useful in this. It's kind of a little difficult, It's a little difficult. So, Naruto decides to go up to the roof, and he basically tells Hinata good luck. Hinata, like, because now at this point in time, since like the years passed, Naruto, Hinata, and Sasuke, Hinata's like completely broken out of her shell. Like she's been going, like she bites, like when Neji sends verbal assaults at her, she sends them right back. Like, damn fam, at least my, like, oh, your pops thinks of you as a disrespect, as a waste of space. Hinata hit back, well, at least my pop's still alive. Let me stop. Anyway. So, yo, imagine, like, she says some shit like that to Neji. Neji just stops and dead in his tracks, like, hold on, she's starting to clap back now. Anyway, so, Naruto decides to go up to the roof, and Sasuke follows suit, and we're gonna say Sakura decided, since they're all up there, I might as well go up there too. She's still trying to get on Sasuke's good side, but every time she goes near Sasuke, Naruto kind of cracks a joke, and they both laugh, and she gets embarrassed and goes away. Or she gets mad at Naruto and goes away, not embarrassed. So, Kakashi gets there and asks them what their beliefs, like, why do they want to become ninja? Naruto tells, like, I want to become a ninja to, find my mom. And Kakashi like raises an eyebrow to this, and he was like, "Do you mean the white ghost of the leaf?" And well, no, not the white ghost. We're gonna call it the pale ghost of the leaf. And Naruto was like, "Yeah, but don't call her a ghost. Her name's Kaguya, by the way." And Sasuke is, to kill the dude that, massacred the Uchiha clan. He was wearing a mask, so yeah. Or to find out why the Uchiha clan got massacred and who did it. That's, yeah. So, and to kill whoever did it or participated in it. Shit like that. So, yeah. Might is strong. So, Kakashi looks at Sakura and was like, "And why do you want to be a ninja?" And she kind of looks over at Sasuke. And Naruto just starts dying. And Sasuke doesn't get it. And Naruto's like, "Bro, fuck, what the hell is your name? Trash can." Yeah. Trash can. No, let me stop. Sakura, if you have any chance, or if you want any chance of getting with him, you at least have to get stronger. Because at this point in time, you won't hold a candle to any regular Genin out there. Like, come on, get better. Like, you're a part of this team. Get better, please, now, right now. Like, seriously, right now, drop down and give me 100 push-ups. And she looks at Naruto like says, the person that doesn't have a mom. And Sasuke stops and looks at her and was like, "I don't have one neither." And Naruto was like, "Bro, you really must want to die today. Like, I'm so tired of y'all trying to come at the fact that I'm an orphan. Like, I'm so sick of you. I'm sick of y'all. You want to die. I'm going to rip your soul from your body." And Kakashi was like, "Well, y'all should go home now. Meet me at the training grounds tomorrow for, y'all training stuff. Now, we're going to go do something that I haven't done in the What If. We're going to go and look over into the Hidden Sand Village." So, Gaara gets visited by someone. Not telling y'all who. Just know he gets visited by someone that changes his aspect in everything on life. So that way, and they kind of talk to Shukaku. And if you're asking, no, the fuck it is not Kaguya. It was actually the Sage of Six Paths. And, yeah. And he also went to go talk to Kaguya, but, Kaguya really didn't give a fuck. Like, about... She basically, she wants to, stay by Naruto, but she doesn't want to interfere too much within his life because she doesn't want to change his entire worldview on everything. So that's why she left. And she basically tells the Sage of Six Paths, like, eventually one day he's going to have to fight me and, seal me away again. Or not, and the Sage of Six Paths, like, or you can just go back down there, be a mother to him like you should have been to me. And she's like, "Hey, that's no fair. I told y'all niggas to stay the fuck away from the Divine Tree. That is not my fault, goddammit." So, yeah, anyway. No, Naruto decides, well, since I can't, go into the, Naruto and Sasuke was living together. And Naruto was like, "Bro, I'm gonna eat anyway." And he was like, "Are you sure? Like, you should be eating?" And Sasuke was like, "Come on, bro. You really gonna not eat?" And, oh, shit. He was like, that's a good point. I'm gonna eat. So they get to the training grounds the next day. Sakura, didn't eat. But Naruto and what's the name did. And since Naruto doesn't, like, he knows how to, like, use his chakra, like, more conventionally like fireball jutsus and shit like that because he was trained with Sasuke. And Naruto's releases in this is gonna be lightning release and yeah, he just has lightning release. So yeah, all his moves and shit is gonna be lightning and chakra based, which is damn near everything. Anyway, so um um Naruto's made a couple of also nope, I'm not gonna plug that right now. Anyway, so Naruto knows a couple of moves. He knows lightning bullet. He made something up called a lightning fist. Basically what it is he it's kinda like the Chidori and the lightning blade. The only difference is that he can pause a lot of chakra into his like hands and turns it into like the lightning release. And he can punch people with it. Like, it doesn't give tunnel vision or anything like that. He can just punch people with it. Funniest shit ever. Nah, I can't see what's going on in my head. So, I don't know why as fuck I said that anyway. So, Naruto, like, Kakashi gets there late. Naruto's basically like, you're late, dude. Kakashi. And Naruto sees something, like, that's covering up. Like, Naruto sees a chakra that's in his eye, and Naruto's like, some interesting. What's under the headband? And Kakashi's like, missing an eye. And Naruto basically was in his chat like, I smell cap, stop the cap. I can definitely sense chakra, I'm gonna need you to stop the cap. But he just lets it go at this point. So Kakashi fills them in on like the bell test and stuff, and Naruto immediately realizes like maybe if me and you just get the bells, this little girl over here can go back to the school, and yeah. So when they say go, Naruto and Sasuke jump away. And so does Sakura, but Sakura jumps in their direction. And she jumps in the direction of Sasuke, and Sasuke's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, why are you here? And Naruto's like, it doesn't even matter, bro. We can use her as a distraction. So Naruto tells Sakura what to do, and Sakura obviously declines, and Sasuke like, see, and this is why we don't like you. Because you don't know how to fucking listen. And she was like, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. But if it doesn't work, I'll blame you, Naruto. Naruto's like, well, I can deal with that. And Naruto anyway. So, Sakura jumps out and gets, Sakura jumps out and goes to run and attack him, and when Kakashi looks up, he notices, Naruto and Sasuke, Sasuke was, throwing, Sasuke threw Shuriken out the bushes. Shit. I'm tired. I'm starting to trip over my words. I apologize. Anyway, so Naruto jumps Sasuke starts jumping around and throwing shuriken from every which direction, and Kakashi starts dodging them. He's like, okay, that's one. That's two of them. Where's the third? And he gets grabbed by some weird chakra based arm. No, I just lied. Naruto doesn't have lightning release. He just has chakra manipulation. He's able to manipulate his chakra and basically turn it into anything that he wants. And it doesn't become solid matter. It's literally he can use it for other things, but it's only meant for combat and stuff like that. That was one of the Kenkai. We're gonna say that's his unique Genkai that Kaguya wasn't expecting, that Naruto learned or adapted to or got that Kaguya doesn't even have. So yeah. Side effect of that Kicken Genkai is that he can't get any other, like he can't get a chakra nature. He can only use chakra, which is why his chakra pool, since it mixed was kind of like, since Kaguya kind of put her own chakra in, Naruto's chakra pool is huge, and plus including the Nine Tails chakra. So yeah, Naruto's chakra pool is massive. So Naruto basically grabs Naruto basically grabs Kakashi, and Kakashi's like, wait a minute, hold on, what the fuck? And he looks down and he sees like it's like a fucking chakra hand grab, like it's grabbing him. And he tries to like swat it away, but his hands just pass straight through it. So he's like, wait, I can't touch this. I'm confused. Get it off. And Naruto appears. He's like, yeah, sorry, but that's my Kick Genkai. You're not going nowhere, big dog. And Kakashi's like, oh. Ow, my pride. And Naruto gets the bells. Given, this was short, but let's be honest here. Everybody should have seen this coming. I always do this. I don't know why. I'm so impatient. So Naruto high fives, what's the name? And Kakashi's like, well, Naruto, all you have to do is decide who you're gonna give the bell to. And Naruto looks at Sasuke and tosses him both bells, like, you decide. And he looks at Naruto and tosses Naruto a bell, like, so there you go, Naruto. And Sakura's like, what about me? And Sasuke looks over like, what about you? We use you as a distraction. Given that was teamwork, but, you know, you have a hard time listening to Naruto. And you think that you're better than him and, you know, everything like that. We don't need that type of negativity over here. Like, we don't want that. That's basically what he was implying. And Sakura was like, and Naruto was like, it don't even matter. You're done. Like, it's done now. You don't need to worry about Naruto no more because you're going back to the Western end. Naruto's like, you know what? And he tosses the bells like, I'll go back. And Kakashi's like, wait, y'all pass, I guess? And Naruto looked at her and was like, damn, tragic. Guess you're stuck with me after all. And Sasuke was like, boy, listen, if they would have put you back in that damn school, we would have had issues. And Naruto and Sasuke start talking, and Sakura walks up to them and like asks them, since I'm so, you know, what y'all call quote unquote useless. That she's talking to Naruto and Sasuke, I'm not talking to y'all. She basically asks them like, what can I do to get better? Naruto was like, well, first off, you're fluent in genjutsu, but you act like you're not. So what I would do is I would work on my genjutsu. And you need to work on kunai in combat, because you rely way too much on, you know, your teammates. You have to be able to take care of yourself at times. And she was like, well, would y'all be willing to help? And Naruto and Sasuke, like, they shrug their shoulders like, fuck it, we don't got shit to do. And Naruto was like, yeah, why not? So they go off and they start training. And they train a fucking lot. They train enough to where Sakura was able to, like, at least, like, her hand-to-hand combat isn't up there with Naruto or Sasuke, but it's around, like, Hinata's combat strength when she's not using the Byakugan, basically. Which still isn't saying much, but since, yeah, anyway. So Sakura is also very good at fucking genjutsu. And yeah, anyway. And I'm gonna say she has, anyway. So, what was I gonna say? So, Naruto and Sasuke are training her, and Hinata just so happened to walk past, and she falls, like, she doesn't fall, or, like, she almost gets hit by Sakura, but, Sasuke kind of grabs her, moves her out the way. And Naruto basically was like, how do you expect to, like, get better if you can't even get past, like, my little chakra hands? And, like, she's like, well, it's hard to, because, we can't see them. Well, we not see them, but we can't touch them. And Naruto was like, well, you can see them. That's all that matters. And Hinata was like, well, what's going on with those two? And she was like, oh, well, Naruto's kind of training her of sorts. And Naruto basically made like a chakra clone of himself. And yeah, also, Naruto also knows a technique where he can like make a chakra clone. Like that's what I'm gonna call them. I'm calling them chakra clones. Naruto can make a technique, and yeah, it's a chakra clone. And what it does is, it can multiply. It can kind of like multiply his chakra pool by like he could just sit there and have it charging up, basically like a battery. So that's basically like Naruto always has one chakra clone. So if like he absorbs one every other month, like he makes one, and it's there for a month, just charging up chakra and like basically just gathering chakra that's like just lingering in the air and absorbing it, making that clone stronger. So when it disperses and all that chakra gets flooded back into Naruto just becomes insanely strong. So Naruto basically was like, well, I guess you've gotten better. And he looks over and he sees Hinata. He was like, yo. And Sakura was like, well, I guess. Thanks. Naruto was like, don't thank me. Not yet. You no. I may have helped you train with you. I am so tired of y'all motherfuckers calling me the Nine-Tail. That is so frustrating. I dislike your face now. Anyway. Also, I would like to point out Naruto skin complexion is like, it's not white like Kaguya's, but it's nearing there, so it's like it's a lot lighter. I don't know, I'm gonna see if I can find a different picture than this and put that form of Kaguya back there. But yeah, so Naruto isn't, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this hair is lighter too. So Naruto decides, I don't know, at this point in time, he like doesn't even fucking care. So he's like, you know what? Let's go get some ramen. So Naruto, Hinata, and Sasuke body flickers away. And Sakura's like, so these niggas really just gonna leave me? Like, Sakura's like, so they just really just gonna leave me here? I guess I can go home. Maybe I wanted some ramen. And she's going home and she's pouting and stuff like that. She opens the door and her parents are like, where have you been? And she basically fills them in, and they're pretty upset because, it's the Nine-Tails. So they they basically demand to talk to the third Hokage because she came home with all these bruises on her. And the third Hokage was like, well, if they were training, and they were basically like, well, it was the Nine-Tails that did this. And the third Hokage was like, I don't see where having the tailed beast in you would, you just have some obligation to be hated by everyone. And this is like, cause at this, like, in this, what if the third Hokage is like fed up with this shit. So, yeah. So he's like, I don't see the, like, I really don't see the problem. They were training. The next time one of y'all come up to me with this Nine Tails bullshit, we gonna have problems. Because last time I checked, he has the Nine Tails still on him. Y'all put so much hate on this man's name, on this man's entire life. Y'all want him to drop dead. Now, at that point in time, what if he just snaps and kills everyone? And he's the Nine Tails, so that's what y'all expect him to do. But when it happens, y'all gonna be dumbfounded, ain't you? Go ahead and lie and say you're not, I dare you. And he's like, you're dismissed, get out of my office. So they leave. Now they thinking about that, like, yeah, we do put a lot of hate on this man's name, knowing that he can destroy the entire village if he wanted to. And, yeah, so they go and get ramen, and Neji kind of like, Neji's sent to go retrieve Hinata. And when they're walking, when they're on their way to the Hyuga compound to drop off Hinata, Neji tells Hinata to come with him, and Hinata's like, wait, so I can't walk with my friends? And Neji laughs and was like, so your friends is the last remaining Uchiha, and this dude, this wannabe Hyuga, because of the eye. And Naruto's like, well, this wannabe Hyuga is probably stronger than you, so if you want the smoke, you can catch it. And Neji gets like offended, and he's like, what'd you say? Naruto's like, bro, I didn't hesitate. I'm not finna repeat myself. So if you yeah. Anyway, come on, we gone. And Naruto turns around, and Hinata grabs Naruto like, no, we're not there yet. We gonna keep going. And Naruto's like, fine. So he grabbed, like, they continue walking. And Neji, like, trailing behind them, kind of to, like, make sure they don't do anything to Hinata. And, Neji was like, you know what? Dude probably is strong, so I might apologize. So, yeah, Naruto drops her off, and before Naruto and the body flickers away, Neji drops down and was like, yo, I didn't thought y'all was gonna do something, lewd or something to her. And Naruto looks at him like, bro, that's my friend. That's my friend. And Neji's like, yeah, that's my fault, bro. And Naruto's like, man, it don't even matter no more. At least you apologize. So Naruto, like, body flickers away, and Sasuke was like, yeah, keep that last minute Uchiha shit to your fucking self. And then he body flickers away. Oh, wait, fuck. He don't use the body flicker. Naruto kind of just, like, blitzes away because of his speed and shit like that. Yeah, it's my fault for saying body flicker too much. But, yeah, that's what everybody think it is. So I'm going to just say body flicker, but just know he can't use any, like, jutsu. So it's just, here's, like, overwhelmingly how quick he is. And, Naruto wakes up and, like, he feels something in his hand. And he looks in his hand and it's like a slit. Like this, like, the third Hokage gave Naruto and Sasuke their own house. So yeah, they have their own house. And there is someone that normally be there to take care of them, but most of the time they're not there. Like, they just come home. Basically, they wake up in the morning, dinner is cooked. Like, not dinner, breakfast is cooked. If it's the weekend, they go outside, they train a little bit. Basically, the Anbu's making them food. That's it. But it's not the Anbu that work under Danzo. It's the Anbu that works under the third. And Naruto can never really catch them. Like, Naruto knows that they do it, but he doesn't care enough to catch them, and he doesn't want to catch them. Sasuke is kind of paranoid knowing that they can get in the house and do whatever they want, basically. But, yeah, I'm going to say, like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning over at night. And Naruto feels like a burning sensation in his hand. And he looks at his hand, and it's like something's like in his hand, like he feels it, and like he can, yeah, and like he looks at his skin, and the skin's getting lighter, so now it's like me reaching more and more like what's the name stage, like Kaguya's stage, and Naruto kind of like just wraps his hand up, and it was like the month of training, not the month of D rank missions go by, and Naruto complains to the third, because at this point in time, Sakura is near Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata's levels now. Sakura's actually, wait a minute, wait, y'all, big change. Sakura's actually useful in this story. Hold up, wait a minute. Wait, let's just take a minute to process that. Is it processed? Y'all good? All right, let's get back into the story. Sakura's more Sakura's more useful. So, yeah. So they get the Tazuna mission, and Naruto they like escort, like they get there, and Tazuna starts picking fun basically. And the minute that he kind of gets to Naruto, he's like, Naruto has his arm wrapped up because he doesn't know what that is, but he doesn't want anyone else to see it because, it came from his mother. So Naruto believes that what came from his mother should stay with him. And the only reason Naruto didn't start rapping what happened up to him after the fact that he met Neji, because, he didn't want anybody else to know that he has the Byakugan. Everyone knows that he has it, but he covered it up anyway, which no one really cared for. But, yeah. And the only reason why his other eye hasn't changed yet is because I'm slowly giving him new things. But, like, his whole arm is wrapped up. Like, his hand's wrapped up. And, like, his arm and hand is wrapped up. And it goes all the way up to, like, the side of his face where the, basically, he turned himself into Danzo, but not Danzo. But yeah, like his body's kind of like wrapped, like his arm's wrapped up, and like he has like an eye patch over his eye, stuff like that. So, now Naruto's catching the attention of Danzo, because, yeah, it's Danzo. Let's be honest now. So, instead of it just being Zabuza, we're gonna say like there was some other people there. Not the Demon Brothers, but like, because, yeah, I don't really give a fuck about them. But we're going to say, like, Zabuza had one more person there, and that one more person was, like, fluent in fire release. So he had ice and fire, but there wasn't a Fire Genkai. He just had fire release. And, they're walking, and Naruto senses the Demon Brothers. And he basically sees the puddle, and Sasuke looks at the puddle. And at this point in time, Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto are in sync. Sakura knows that she can't be calling Naruto demons and getting all like upset, so she actually defends Naruto. There might be something going on. Let me stop. Anyway, I already know this shit for this one, but since they haven't met yet at all in the series, yeah. So Naruto like winks at Sakura, and Sakura's like, okay. Sakura like uses some weird technique she learned. But we're gonna say like how she learned this palm move from Hinata taught it to her, but she added like her own little spin to it. So like basically it's a wind palm. And when it hits people, it like messes up like their internal organs. Like it kind of throws them off balance. Basically, it fucks them up from the inside. So she kind of uses that on the ground to vibrate the puddle, which would make the Demon Brothers dizzy. Well, which would mess with the Demon Brothers. So when they actually strike, Naruto and Sasuke were just able to take them down almost immediately. And Kakashi just kept walking because at this point in time, he doesn't even fucking care. Like, 2 more hours passed, and the sword, like, instead of, like, the sword, Yeah, the sword still happens, and everyone ducks. Naruto doesn't duck though. He just grabs the sword out of the air, and was like, you shouldn't really be throwing little toys like this around. And Zabuza was like, how did he just catch that? And Naruto was like, like I stated before, you shouldn't really be throwing toys like this around. And Haku and the other person immediately noticing that Zabuza obviously isn't going to be able to do this by himself, was like, they throw the Senbon in his neck and was like, we were tasked with finding and capturing or killing him. But we only did that to they basically they blatantly admitted it. We did that to paralyze him. So yeah, he's not dead. He's just paralyzed to bring him back to the hidden mist village so he can pay for his crimes. So they were like, okay, we don't care. I don't give a fuck. So they learn they start walking again. Naruto decides, well, they already know the water walking and stuff like that, so they just take like 2 hours just training stuff. So they run back into Zabuza and the other two people, which was Haku, and we're just gonna name the other person Phoenix just because they're gonna die here. The same thing still happened in canon. Zabuza fights Kakashi. Haku fights Naruto and Sasuke, and Phoenix tries to fight Sakura, but her wind jutsu, she has wind release. Her wind jutsu is kind of not outclassing, but kind of slowing down the the stuff that's going on. Basically, she learned this one move. Naruto taught it to her, but he basically just gave the idea for the move. He called it wind wall, wind defense, and what it does is, depending on what she wants the wall to do, it can wrap around her to basically defend her from fire attacks, because that's fire attacks and water attacks is the only thing you can defend from. Earth is kind of screwed because it's earth. So what she did is she said wind defense, wind dome, and basically used it to stop the fire and stuff from hitting them. So the Phoenix dude just kind of gave up and started targeting Naruto and Sasuke. And Sasuke was already injured. So halfway through the fight, Naruto sees this and was like, how, because the dude launched a fireball at Sasuke, and he was like, I can't. So he just starts rushing toward it, and he reaches his hand out, and that's where I'm going to be ending this part off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I'm going to probably get a hate comment for this, but this is going to be ending it off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, drop a like. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. Yeah. Peace out.